So today we're gonna do things a little bit differently than normal. So we decided to do an FAQ episode for frequently asked questions in our industry. Oh, this is a good one.
All right, let's hear it.
This is asked all the time.
We're back! Welcome to Mackenzie and Mom.
This month, we're gonna focus on talking about different kinds of life insurance. So today we're gonna be talking about Social Security, the importance of having an updated beneficiary. All right, I think that's it. I think so. We have sent out a survey to our clients, and basically they came back with a bunch of different questions on their personal financial situations and retirement planning. So we are going to answer those questions for you guys live. We haven't looked at them yet, and so we're going to take a look and answer them for you.
Okay, so let's hear the first question.
We might not get through all of them, but we're going to go through some. So why do people think annuities are bad?
Why do people think annuities are...
That would be my baby, my newborn baby.
Okay, why do people think annuities are bad?
Yes, that's the question. First, do you want to say what an annuity is? That's a frequently asked question.
Yes, what is an annuity? It's basically a contract between you and an insurance company. You give the insurance company some money, whether it be a lump sum or a small amount or a large amount, whatever it is, or a 401k rollover. You give the insurance company some money, and in return, they provide you with lifetime income for retirement.
But the original question was, why do people think annuities are bad?
Why do people think annuities are bad? Because they either had a very old annuity back in the day where they were very difficult to get money from, and they haven't been educated enough on the new types and styles that are available to them today with the new riders, or they had a financial advisor that basically sold them an annuity that was not the right fit for their needs and served the purpose that you're using it for. There's many types, there's many kinds out there. You just have to make sure which type you're getting, what it does for you, what benefits does it have, and you need to make sure when you do one that the person you're working with is providing the correct information to you and providing you with the right annuity for your retirement, for your future goals.
Yep. A lot of times people come into our office and they don't even know what they have.
They don't know what they have at all, and somebody sold them something, or they put their money in something they're not even aware of. And sometimes it can be a good thing, and then other times it can be not so good, you know. And so you just want to make sure that you're doing what is the right fit for you and your lifestyle. And that's what you got to make sure about.
And so basically annuities have changed a lot over the years.
They provide a lot of flexibility, they provide liquidity, so they do a lot of things, and it just kind of depends on what your goals are, as when you retire, when you don't, how long you want to grow them, and different things like that. But you just want to make sure that you're dealing with somebody that knows how they work, and that you understand them as well. It's really important to know that.
So annuities are not bad.
They can be probably one of the best vehicles you can put your money into for retirement.
Yeah. Why would I put my money into safety when I can make more money in the market?
Because it depends on where you are in your life, but if you put your money into safety, then you never have to worry about losing it. When you put your money in the market, it plays the up and down game, right? Because
Yeah.
your money's at risk. And so you always chance that, yes, you may get some big gains that people love,
Yeah.
but on the flip side, you can still have some really big losses as well.
Yeah.
So that would be the biggest difference. If you put it into safety, what that means is you can still get gains when the market's good. You just don't take a hit when the market's bad.
Yeah.
And so your money's completely safe. You don't lose any of your money, not even a penny.
And I think timing is really important on this one too. So maybe when you're younger, the market makes more sense. And then as you get older and retirement is coming closer around the corner, maybe that's when you start thinking about safety more, and that might be more important.
Well, when you're younger, so you have more time to play the market and play the up and down game, right? And when you're older, you get to a point where you just kind of cross that line and you get tired of playing that game because you realize you don't have the time left to make up those losses.
Yeah.
And that can be a really big deal. We don't know how long we're gonna live, you know? So you just kind of hit that point in your life where you're like, okay, I'm going in retirement. I don't want to worry about losing any of my money. I would rather make a smaller amount, have it safe, than worry about having to regain any losses.
All right. Next question.
Next question.
Okay. Let's do. We answer this one a lot in our episodes, but it is probably one of the most important questions and most frequently asked questions. When is the best time to take Social Security? We get this all the time. And I know if you've watched our episodes, we've probably answered this, but if you haven't.
Yeah. So when is the best time to take Social Security? You know what? There's no best time. So really quick answer, there's not. It's going to depend on you, your situation, how much have you saved for retirement. When do you want to turn it on? It can be anytime between the age of 62 and 70. The longer you wait, the more you're going to get. You want to consider your spouse situation, because if something happened to you, they'll get 100% of your Social Security. There's a lot of variables involved when you are looking to take Social Security and how much you need for your retirement income stream. Again, the longer you wait, the more you're going to have for your income check. So there's a lot of different things you want to think about when it comes to that answer. And so honestly, there's not a specific answer. It's different for everybody in your circumstances.
Sometimes people think you can go past 70 and you make even more money after that, but that's not true.
Yeah, and we have had people that love working so much that they're like, hey, I'm gonna work to 75, and it's like, and then turn it on, and it's like, well, you won't get more by doing that. So you might as well turn it on at 70 no matter what. And you can still work, but you can double dip because you'll get your Social Security and your work check at that time. So so there's just different variables to know and be aware of.
Okay, next question. Is long-term care insurance important? Why is it so expensive?
Is long-term care insurance important? Yes, to answer that question. It's really interesting. It's probably the least thing that people like to purchase.
Right.
Because they think if they don't use long-term care, they just lose it. They lose all the money they paid for it, and it served no purpose for them. The problem is 1 out of every 2 people actually need long-term care and use long-term care. And it is the one thing, people just think that they're not going to be in a facility. They really do. They think nothing's going to happen to it. They're going to be taken care of, and it just will happen. It happens to other people, but it just doesn't happen to them.
Right.
And so they don't like to purchase that. But there's a lot of new long-term care plans, hybrid plans that are available now that people can use that they're not even aware of, where you can pay for long-term care and you do not lose the money you paid for it. So it will either, whatever you put into a plan for long-term care can go to a beneficiary. You do not lose it. So there's a lot of really cool plans that are available now that back in the day, they didn't have these available, but they are now. And there's a lot of things that where, you don't have to lose it, but it is something that if you do not have, it can truly eat up your entire finances.
Yeah. That is true. A lot of people don't really think about long-term care until it's too late, and someone in their family or spouse is in that situation, and it is hard on their finances, and it's
well, it's really hard because it's so expensive. It can be anywhere from $3,500 to $8,000 a month.
Jeez.
And if you're paying that out of pocket, that's a lot of money you're paying out of pocket for long-term care. And unless you have just an abundance of money in your bank account, you know, if you have a bunch, great. But if you don't, it will drain you dry. And
long-term care is important.
Yes.
And you can find plans that are not so expensive.
Yes, you can.
Next question. Okay, this will be our last question. And then I think we should do a part 2.
Okay.
Let's do a part 2. We have a lot more questions, but we just keep rambling on, and it's taking longer than we thought it would. So we'll do a part 2.
Okay.
Last question. So my mom just passed away recently. What do I do with her finances?
Okay, so I get this a lot too. And I'll get calls saying such and such passed away. What do I do? And the first thing you want to do is you want to call whoever the agents are or their financial advisors on all their in the banks on whatever they have listed where all their finances are, and you need to report the date of death and let them know. And then depending on what type of product or where if it's in a bank account, you know, if it's in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, whatever, everything is handled a little bit differently, but there's a financial advisor involved with what they have that you will want to contact and let them know. And for me, when they contact me, I call the company directly. I report the date of death for my client, and then I have the paperwork sent, the claim, because they'll send claim forms. I have the claim forms sent to my client, and then they will also have to order a death certificate. Some people will want the original death certificate. Some people will take copies, and you'll want to do that and fill out. When you get the claim form, they usually call me. We fill it out together if they need some help with that. I send in all the information with the death certificate to the company, and then in turn they'll distribute you know, the funds or whatever it is that they need. But every category or situation is going to be different depending on what type of money they have, you know, and if there's minors involved, if there's trusts involved. But there's going to be a contact person on their information that you want to contact right away and let them know that they're deceased and that they passed away. And if you have life insurance policy, which is another big thing, you want to contact those insurance companies as well too. You just want to get the ball rolling.
On our website, we have an I love you letter, and you can fill out all personal information with your financial advisor, your doctors, everyone in your life, your bank accounts, all that information. And you can fill that out and give it to everyone in your family so they have that information just in case something happens. So feel free to go on our website and print that out. Just wanted to throw that out there.
And it's a good piece of information for your family to have, because it's so hard when someone does pass and they don't really know what's going on and they didn't leave information, or they just have their stuff everywhere, and you don't know what's accurate, what's current, you don't know what's old, and you're constantly having to take so much time to dig through everything to find out everything that they have. And it's really nice to have it in one space.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, I think that's enough questions for today. I know we didn't answer even half of them. We always have so much to talk about.
Right.
So we are going to do a part 2
with
the rest of the questions. We just decided that now we're going to do a part 2. But these were great questions to ask. We get them all the time. And you
feel free to send us questions. If there's something specific you want to know about, we'll be more than happy to put the question on and answer it for you. So
feel free to just message us on Facebook or email us. Our emails are on our website. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends, comment, like it. We greatly appreciate it and all the support we've gotten. So
thank you guys so much.
So we will see y'all next time.
All right. Y'all have a great weekend.